In a twist-filled week that Port Charles won't soon forget, General Hospital delivers explosive revelations, emotional confrontations, and betrayals that cut deeper than anyone imagined. Buckle up, GH fans, because the next chapter will leave you gasping as Blaze delivers an earth-shaking confession. Marco faces the ultimate test of loyalty, and Natalia's compassion becomes the killer's best weapon. Here's the story you didn't see coming, full of shocking truths, tears, and choices that will haunt them all. Port Charles has rarely been this tense. The city still reels from Natalia's harrowing survival after Sidwell's twisted scheme. Sonny Corinthos is fighting to keep his family safe. Marco Santiago is searching for the missing pieces of his past, and Blaze, the woman caught between love and loyalty, is about to risk everything. In the shadows, the real killer, the person responsible for so many deaths, waits for a chance to disappear forever. And heartbreakingly, Natalia may be the one who hands them that chance. Blaze, the rising star whose voice has captivated millions, has been living with a secret so heavy it's threatened to destroy her from the inside. Her bond with Sonny, part mentor, part protector, and her growing closeness with Marco have made her long for honesty. For weeks, Blaze has been haunted by what she saw the night Natalia almost died. A face she recognized, a name she dared not utter. The truth could ruin lives, destroy families, and it might put her own life in danger. It begins at the Corinthos Coffee Warehouse, an unlikely place for a confession but one that carries echoes of so many past betrayals. Blaze finds Sonny there late at night, poring over security footage and phone records. "Sonny, I have to tell you something. I should have told you before, but I was so afraid." Sonny's eyes harden. Afraid of what? Of me? No, of what it would do to you. And to Marco. Blaze's voice breaks. "I know who helped the killer the night Natalia nearly died." As Blaze confesses, Marco walks in, his expression unreadable. He hears enough to realize the weight of her words. Blaze takes a breath that feels like drowning. "It was my father. My real father." Silence swallows the warehouse. Sonny looks stricken. Marco looks betrayed. Blaze's voice cracks as she reveals the truth she's carried alone. "My father was there that night. I saw him. He was the one who helped the killer escape the first time. And I think he's planning to help them again." Marco grew up believing his father died before he was born. Learning that his sister's father is alive, and possibly tied to murder, destroys the walls he built around himself. "Why didn't you tell me?" Marco shouts, raw pain in his voice. "Because I love you," Blaze sobs. "And I was afraid of what you'd do." Sonny steps in, trying to steady them both. But the truth has landed like a bomb. Blaze's secret might have cost Natalia her life if things had gone differently. Meanwhile, Natalia is recovering at General Hospital. The trauma she survived has changed her, softening her edges, but also making her see the humanity even in those branded as monsters. In the weeks since, she's received an anonymous message. "Please meet me. It's about the killer. I can't run anymore." Against her better judgment, and ignoring every warning from Sonny and Marco, Natalia agrees to meet. The person waiting is broken, desperate, and unexpectedly familiar. Natalia meets a man named Arturo Santiago, Blaze's father, and the same man Marco never met. But it's not Arturo who pulls at her sympathy, it's the trembling young woman beside him. Ivy, the real killer. Ivy was once a runaway, taken in by Arturo. Broken by trauma and manipulation, Ivy killed to protect the only father figure she'd ever known. Arturo helped her cover it up, first out of guilt, then out of twisted love. Now, they're both trapped by secrets too dangerous to keep. Ivy pleads with Natalia. "I didn't mean to hurt anyone else. Please, if you let us go, no one else has to die." Natalia sees a scared girl, and in that moment, her compassion becomes a weakness. She gives Arturo and Ivy a window to escape, believing she's preventing more bloodshed. But she underestimates just how deep the darkness goes. Sonny and Marco, racing to stop another tragedy, discover Natalia's meeting too late. By the time they arrive at the warehouse, Ivy and Arturo are gone, and Natalia is left with nothing but her guilt. I thought I could save her, Natalia cries. You gave the killer a chance to disappear. Sonny roars, pain and rage in his eyes. Marco turns away, crushed by betrayal from all sides, Blaze's silence, Natalia's compassion, and his own father's crimes. Unable to live with her silence any longer, Blaze risks everything. She tracks down her father and Ivy at a remote cabin. The confrontation is raw, emotional, and ultimately explosive. You can't keep running, Blaze screams. I'm your daughter, and you made me part of this by staying silent. Arturo breaks, confessing everything. Ivy, finally seeing the horror of what she's done, makes a desperate choice to turn herself in. But Ivy's guilt comes too late. Sidwell, desperate to cover his tracks, has followed them, and he sets the cabin on fire, hoping to erase everyone inside. Blaze, trapped in the flames with Arturo and Ivy, must choose, save herself or stay with the father she barely knows. Marco arrives just in time. Pushing through the flames, he drags Blaze to safety. Arturo refuses to leave, choosing to die with the sins he can't forgive himself for. Ivy, overcome with guilt, stays behind too. The cabin collapses, and 2 lives are lost in the inferno. Blaze mourns the father she barely knew and the part of herself lost with him. Natalia, racked with guilt, faces Sonny's disappointment but ultimately finds forgiveness. Marco, torn between grief and relief, holds Blaze as they watch the cabin burn. We can't change what happened, he whispers, but we can decide who we are tomorrow. In the days that follow, Ivy and Arturo's crimes come to light. Natalia confesses her part in helping them escape. Sonny, though angry, sees Natalia's compassion as a sign of her strength, not weakness. Blaze publicly shares her story, risking her career to speak the truth about her father. Marco finds new purpose, to protect his family, even from their past. In the closing moments, Blaze, Marco, and Natalia sit together on the docks, bruised, broken, but united. We survived, Blaze says quietly. And that has to mean something. Marco nods. It means we keep fighting. For each other. Marco versus Sidwell. Marco vows to bring Sidwell to justice, even if it costs him everything. Blaze's new enemy. Blaze's confession makes her a target for those still loyal to Arturo's dark network. Natalia's second chance. Rumors swirl that Natalia may find unexpected love with a surprising new character. Sonny's dark plan. Sonny won't rest until Sidwell pays, and he's willing to cross lines he once swore never to cross. This shocking chapter of General Hospital isn't just about secrets exposed. It's about the cost of silence, the danger of compassion, and the power of family, even when it's born from pain. Blaze's confession rocked Sonny and Marco to the core. Natalia's choice gave the killer a chance to escape, and the flames consumed more than a cabin. They burned away the lies that bound them all. But in Port Charles, the past never stays buried. And for Sonny, Marco, Blaze, and Natalia, the next battle is just beginning. Stay tuned, GH fans. The most shocking twists are yet to come.